Hey guys, Joseba here, making a quick little video recap of the 2023 Pittsburgh Pro. So this is the IFBB Jim Mannion's his show, and every year he asks some of the top open bodybuilders to come to the show and guest pose. So I just want to do a little quick recap of that. They guest posed yesterday, Saturday, the night show, May 13th. And some of the top guys were there. As you see, we had Sean Clarita, the 212 Olympia champion, fifth place at the Arnold. Samson Dauda, Arnold Classic winner, 2023, also sixth at the Olympia last year. Big Remy, third place at this year's Arnold, two-time Olympia champion. Nick Walker, runner-up at this year's Arnold, and third at last year's Olympia. Hunter Labrada, he was seventh at last year's Olympia. And Derek Lunsford, in his debut, Mr. Olympia in the open class, he was second place. So yeah, these were the guys. This is them in the most muscular shot. You see, they all look pretty damn impressive to me. Full-blown off season. So I was thinking about going through them one by one, talking about how they look, and yeah, moving forward. Here they are in the front double: Sean Clarita, Samson, Remy, Derek, Hunter, and Nick. So yeah, let's run through them one by one. I'll give you guys my thoughts, how everyone looks. Yeah, let's get to it. So first up, we had Nick Walker. He was, like I said, third place at last year's Mr. Olympia, second place at this year's Arnold Classic. You see, since the Arnold, which was 2 months ago, his quads are much bigger in size. Looks like they've come up. He's 280 now, he says, so that's I think he competed 249 at the Arnold, so that's what, 30 pounds, 30 pounds heavier. He's much thicker, full blown. I don't think Nick took a health phase. He didn't really come off. In his latest podcast with Guy Nino, he was saying that he recently started increasing the food and the super subs. So now, yeah, he's full blown off season. He's blasting. He's looking big. He's 280. He said he doesn't want to get to 300 like last offseason. Nick really impressed me. So yeah, he'll definitely be in that first call out for this coming year's Mr. Olympia. Yeah, I think he'll be right in the mix to win it. Next up, we had Hunter Labrada, seventh place at last year's Mr. Olympia. He is 13 weeks out of the Tampa Pro. So his conditioning is pretty good. I think he's right on track for Tampa. The only other person I know doing the Tampa Pro is Blessing, possibly Justin Shire. Justin will be making his debut at the Chicago Pro. Hunter will be undoubtedly the favorite going into that Tampa Pro. It's still 13 weeks to get ready. Look at that side shot, the side try. The ham looks good. Quads, he has some lines and feathering in his quads. That most muscular is a pretty impressive shot for him. Hunter seems to get a lot of flack from the bodybuilding fans. I'm not sure why. Looks like his midsection is much better than last year. He's cut out all of the protein shakes, so no more drinking his food, no more chicken shakes as we saw last year. I was seeing his meal plan on his Instagram. He posted all of his protein sources, just chicken and beef. He has pretty much rice with every meal. So yeah, he's back on the standard bodybuilding diet. Looks pretty damn good to me. 13 weeks out with the Tampa Pro. That's Hunter. Looked pretty damn good. Sean Clarita, he was on stage at 205 in this guest posing. He said this is the most he's ever weighed in his life. So he competes around 180, just above that, between 180, 185. Yeah, he looked pretty damn good to me. Something about Sean that always catches my eye is his vascularity. Even being plus 20 pounds of his normal stage weight, he still has crazy vascularity that you see there in his delts. He has it in his chest. He's a freak. At only 5'2", man, he's a freak. We have Derek, the runner-up at last year's Mr. Olympia. It was his first Mr. Olympia in the open class. He won the 212 Mr. Olympia in 2021. He made the jump to the open class and upset a lot of people. Last year at this guest posing, he really shocked the world because he was on a super low-calorie diet, trying to keep his weight down. Because remember, he had to come down to that 212 weight limit. He ended up guest posing at around 260. He was doing close to an hour of cardio a day, his coach said, and only eating like 150, 200 grams of carbs. That's nothing for someone this size. He was 260 last year at the guest posing, competed just above 230, I think, in between 230, 235. Here he's full as a damn house. Conditioning is crazy considering he hasn't competed since December. That's 6 months. His conditioning is still crazy. Man, he is definitely one of the front runners going into this year's Mr. Olympia. You see the shoulder to lat waist ratio, crazy X-frame, V taper. This year, his goal is to bring up the quads, also that upper shelf, so the shoulders, the chest. He has arguably the best back in the IFBB. Just wait for him to turn around. He has tons of thickness, tons of width. He's still so young, only 29 years old. This guy has the potential to have a dynasty. See, look at that back double. I said, let's wait for it. It's going to pull back. Look at that thickness. He has the best back in the IFBB. Like I was saying, Derek has the potential to create a dynasty at only 29 years old. He could be the next Phil Heath, winning 6, 7, 8 Mr. Olympias, because he has the muscularity, he has the shape, he's always in condition, he has that God-given structure. Man, he's something special. I expect him to be right there in the mix yet again this year. The Olympia battling it out with Adi, the champion, and also another guy we'll talk about right here, Samson Dauda, who I think will be in the top 3 in this year's Mr. Olympia. He is the 2023 Arnold Classic champ. Now, I was messaging Samson recently, and he has been off the gear. He's been clean for 8 weeks, took advantage of that rebound period, and he's been off for, like I said, 8 weeks. No TRT, no cruising. This is 100% natty for 8 weeks. This is impressive. This is crazy. He has a bigger structure than most, standing at 6 foot. And he was weighing in at 322 the day before this guest posing, so that's absolutely crazy considering he has been off. He's getting ready to start his off season. I was messaging him, like I said. He said he's going to go on the blast for 12 weeks, start dieting down mid-July, in enough time to get him contest ready for the Olympia the first week of November. This guy, he looks fresh, he's big, he's full, tons of muscle. He has aesthetics, a small waist. He's not really missing anything. Now, he did say his back is the main priority for this off season. He still has time to bring it up, considering he's clean right now. He's off, hasn't started the off season. He's 322 now. Last year, he got to a peak weight of 330, so who knows? The sky's the limit for this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up to 350 with Milos as his coach, pushing the carbs, pushing the insulin. But I'm sure he has the best interest at heart for Samson. This guy is such a genuine, great guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him twice at the Olympia and the Arnold. Always has time for the fans to take a picture, always answers messages. He's a great guy. I was really impressed with his look here, especially considering he's been off for 8 weeks. Man, he is definitely a contender to win alongside Derek, and of course, challenging the Mr. Olympia, Harichupan. Next up, we have Big Ramy. Big Ramy was third at this year's Arnold Classic. Much improved at this year's Arnold on the back of that disappointing showing at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, in which he dropped to 5th place. And he had won the previous 2 Mr. Olympia, so that was a big job for Big Ramy. He didn't bring his best, but like I said at the Arnold, he was much improved and proved a lot of people wrong, especially at the night show. He looked spot on. He was absolutely massive, in great condition at the Arnold. Huge quads, as you see. I don't know Ramy's current situation, if he's been training, eating off the gear. It doesn't look like he's on to me anyways. So he still has time to get it together, start the stem cell treatment, because we all know the problems Ramy has. The dents in the quads, the back, the atrophy of the lats, as I was saying, as we'll see here as he gets into the rear double. Hopefully he's able to get some stem cell treatment to see some of those lower lats be able to come back. He got a lot of flack on social media about how he looked at this guest posing, especially at the Olympia. Man, I don't understand how people can be so mean and cruel to Big Ramy. He's a great representative of the sport. So nice, so kind. I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Arnold Classic meet and greet. He's so nice guy, and really genuine. He's now, I think, 38 years old. He's been competing at the top for 10 years. Remember, he made his debut at the 2013 New York Pro. So I'm not sure how many years he has left at the very top, but I really hope Ramy can bring his best to the Olympia in November. He's probably my favorite guy in the Open. Yeah, it's Big Ramy, and hopefully he can bring his best. Here's the comparison between all the guys. It's kind of a little bit small on your guys' screen. One guy we had, oh, there we go. There's a much better view. The guys all standing together. I think I talked about everyone here. Yeah, we went through Nick, Hunter, Sean, Derek, Samson, Ramy. Another guy who was supposed to be at this guest posing was Rafa Brandao. He got ill about a week ago and was hospitalized. So he wasn't able to make that guest posing. He's been discharged from the hospital since and is recovering. So that's great news. He finished 10th at the Mr. Olympia. So he'll definitely be in the mix this year. Not sure exactly what shows he'll be doing. He just got discharged from the hospital. So I would imagine, given he just got out, he's going to need more time to recover. And I think his off season was pretty much done. Let's see if he has any physique updates that he shared here. None that I see of. But here's this one. Oh, that's during prep. Anyways. So yeah, I think he could be targeting maybe some shows in the end of the year, maybe. Who knows? Maybe even Texas. I think that's what, 14 weeks out from now. Or there's some European shows after that. Going back to who's the best bodybuilder Instagram page here. Yeah, and also another person I'd like to talk about is Michael DeBoule. He was the winner at the 2023 Pittsburgh Pro Classic Physique. So this is his routine. He finished top 10 in last year's Classic Physique, Mr. Olympia. He's widely regarded as one of the most conditioned guys in the division. He's known as the Saharan Eagle, works with Patrick Tour, who is Keon Pearson's coach and former coach of James Hollingshead and Ian Valliere. There's his posing routine. He was talking about how he needs to fix his posing, that he was leaning too far back, especially on that rear double bicep, which was making his waist look a little bit thicker. But look at how stripped his hamstrings and glutes are. Absolutely shredded. This guy, he finished first here at the Pittsburgh. He's competing in 6 days at the New York Pro. So going for that second win in this season, and then I'm sure he'll just shut it down until the Olympia. Last year, he won the Arnold UK Classic, excuse me. Here, you see how good he looked. He's absolutely peeled. Look at that. He's so damn conditioned. So peeled. Anyways, that is pretty much it for the Pittsburgh Pro. I will be doing a preview on the New York Pro coming up this weekend, which is on May 20th. I'll give you a quick sneak peek of the favorite for the New York Pro, Tonio Burton. He is the odds-on favorite to win the New York Pro in the open division. He won the Legion Sports Festival last year, beating out Justin Rodriguez. And he finished, I believe, he didn't make the top 15 last year, so anyone below the top 15, they don't place. But this guy is something special. He has a given structure. Look at that. Look at how tiny his damn waist is. He reminds me a lot of Dexter Jackson. He's super round. Super round. Look at those delts arms. Little bitty waist. Flaring lats. He has that long waist, high lats. But, oh my God, he looks crazy. Though he'll be competing next week, excuse me. The New York Pro, he's the odds-on favorite. Only other person I know doing that is Beef Stew, Stuart Sunderland. This guy made his debut last year at the Tampa Pro. Here's a recent physique update from him 10 days ago. Let's see if there's a more recent one. Here we go. There's him in the front lat spread. He's pretty damn impressive too. So yeah, I'll be doing preview on the New York Pro here pretty soon. Again, it's on May 20th. Steve Weinberger's show. He is the IFBB Pro head judge, so I'll be doing a preview on that. Beef Stew, Tonio Burton, Carlos Thomas Jr. did drop out. That's some news. So those are the only two high-profile names I know doing that. I'll be doing a preview later on this week, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, that's it. We are out.